100% of all the people say who are, I ask what's their favorite thing? What would you think?
The collaboration.
That's it. Rarely do they go off of that. It's always the collaboration.
Yeah.
Because it's so foreign in real estate.
Yeah, makes sense.
Pretty awesome.
You're pretty awesome.
Thanks. I'm excited. Wonder if the real John Mikish will be on here. I think he's still traveling. Are you bringing anybody there?
Yeah, we have 3 people coming. We have 3
That are not
that-
EXP?
Yeah, non-EXP, high level players. Ray, that's on here that will be interviewed. He's not going to be able to make it. He just had a baby. So we're going to be
Congrats.
playing chaperone. But we have 3 total agents that are coming. We're still looking for our 4th. We're still actively calling people to see who else.
Oh yeah. I'm not quitting. I'm with you. I'll do it right after last minute. I try and get my own organization to come. That they're hard to get to come. It's interesting.
Yeah, it was so this year it's only Veronica and I that are going to be able to make it. A good amount of them are on here right now, but they weren't able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
This is one thing that we never miss is
Me
the build event. We haven't made it to an EXP con event or shareholders yet, but we always make build. We're gonna have to make the other trips.
Well, they're very different. You know, they're run completely different. Because one's a corporate event and one's, Brent's event for the agents, by the agents. And for me, Brent's events, and including Cabo, they're a not miss. Oh shoot, I should stop talking. I don't know who the host is today. 12:03.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll stop talking for now.
If anybody has tickets for build, I'm looking for some Platinum Plus. I know they're still available though.
You know where to go though, right, Debbie, to find them?
On the website,
No, I'm talking on in Workplace where it says Build 2023.
okay.
There's a group in there. People are sharing
Okay,
the tickets, the rooms, everything.
got it. Okay, gonna do that.
Yeah, Build 2023
Thank you.
in Workplace. Debbie, did you buy the Platinum Plus ticket?
I'm going to. I think they're still selling them on the regular site.
I think they are too.
Yep, I'm getting 2. We just last minute got a builder that is ready to come, so I'm super excited.
Very good.
Are you doing Platinum Plus? The dinner I just found out is Monday night, which conflicts with the Game Changer dinner.
Oh, I already paid for the Game Changer dinner. I'm not Platinum Plus. I'm Platinum, but I had a gal in the Platinum Plus wanted me to be her guest. And I said, it says spouse only, so double check that. But shoot, I didn't notice that was the same night.
Yeah, I just
I want to be at both places.
I know. I bought my ticket for the Game Changer party and if anyone needs one, I'll sell it. I hope I'll give a refund.
Well, I'll start the meeting if no one's here.
Go for it.
Let's say, here's some wins, people. Sounds like you guys, Debbie, you've got one going, right?
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Well, the fact that they're coming, that's a win in itself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And Will, you've got a win because you've got 3 people coming.
Yeah, we have 3 people already. We have their flights, their hotel. We ended up investing in them. So we bought their flights, their hotel, the ticket. They're top producers. So the return on investment would be great. And Ray, he's got somebody coming as well. And another person here. But yeah, we 3 people so far, because I mean, we still have time to bring some other people.
What did that cost you? So 3 people, so you're paying for airfare. Which ticket are you buying? The platinum?
No, we did the gold. It was
Okay, so
yeah, it was 50% off. So it was 360, I don't know, 360 we call it for the ticket. Another 360 for the flights and the hotel. How much was the hotel?
1,000, but they're sharing.
1,000. Yeah, we
sharing.
have 2 guys sharing and then one solo girl in a room.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
So it wasn't that big of an expense. I mean, you make that back in a nanosecond,
that's right.
assuming they come over. And honestly, I've rarely heard that if you get them to an event that they don't come, because it's impressive. That number of agents, especially when you come from the perspective of, this is not an EXP event. This is an agent event. One agent started the whole thing and he puts on this event. He gets all these speakers here. I mean, it's Gene's up there with him, but this is a Brent basically event. And, you know, he's got major players with him to do that. And the reason that Glenn comes and all the powers that be at EXP is because it's so huge and so big, and they end up coming to all of their events as well. So I love it because it's completely different than the shareholders or the EXP con. Because those 2 events are very much production focused. Although what I've seen Glenn or Brent do is shift the build so that there is a lot more production in there instead of just people talking about recruiting. And that's been a big deal with Gary Brecka there. He was a big hit last year with the health. I think that's a big deal as well, because it's about the balance of this life that we live as realtors, right? It's crazy.
I agree. Yeah.
Anybody else have any wins?
I have one I think is a win. I have an appointment on Monday via Zoom. I live in California and this agent is with KW in Minnesota. But I've had a couple phone calls with her and then she told me, oh, I have 2 big listings coming up. Should I wait before I move over? And I'm thinking, oh, it sounds like she's gonna move over. So that would be my first. But I just had a question if anybody knew, like what, you know, I would always be helping her. That's how I like to operate. But has anybody recruited somebody from another state? And then, because I thought about she may want like an office space, and I looked at, there's a Regis, but it's like 25 minutes away from where she lived. Does anybody have any problem like that when you recruit somebody from a different state, how you kind of help them assimilate initially?
I think it's important first to analyze, you know, how strong are they standing alone? Are they you can go ahead and get, I would definitely be the one providing here's some ideas, because Regis is just one place. They can rent an office anywhere and they can compare the prices and stuff. But I think that I have people that are out of state, but they're in my organization and their sponsors have kind of not stayed helpful. So I stay connected to them. But my first thought is there's already agents that I can think of in Minnesota that are EXP agents that I know, and I don't think it's a problem if they feel that you're going to be there to support them through the things. And when they also see the other support systems that there is available to EXP, that's why I kind of ask that personality kind of gather up, like, tell me what you're looking for as far as a support center, because it's an open ballgame here of what you can get. How easy is it for you to go get it? You know, do you need to have your hand held? Who are you? Kind of get to know them a little bit too. And don't be afraid to ask those questions because those are important things to know, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else have somebody like
Matt,
that?
just with that, Matt, I actually have somebody today that lives in California. We're in Boston, but she's somewhere else at a different brokerage. We set it up with Regis that she's going to pop in there and check it out. So with the
Okay.
free lounge areas, they could just pop in and see what it's like, and they could get the pricing if they'd like with the discount included. But yeah, just if you ever want to have somebody pop in there, it's totally fine.
Okay, thank you.
Just so you know that Regis aren't always the cheapest places to go, even with the discount. So that's why I say have her check out that Regis. You said it's a 25-minute drive. That's kind of a haul. So she may want to check out some places local and find out how important that is for her to have that. Because I mean, I'm rarely in the office. I'm in the office today, but I'm rarely in it. It's only because my team has an office.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think, just for the open, they like most of the Regis where I live, they're like they have initial open business center. So it's like going into a big lobby where they have other tables. I don't know if I'll check in to see if that one is like that. I work about 25 minutes from Santa Barbara, and that is a really nice Regis in there, but it's okay. Yeah, maybe she might not need that. I'll just check in with her a little bit, but
I was just going to say that's the nice thing about Regis is that you have other business-like minded people that go pop in there. We just decided to start going there every Monday, a different location, just to see what it's like and do videos on their social media content. But I ended up pulling a buyer from there because I met somebody from Paychecks and we had a conversation, and now he's part of our sphere. So it's nice for agents to pop in there just to add to the database. Right?
yeah, and I might try to find out too, like if there's other EXP, like here where I live, my sponsor has an office and we can rent a little space in there, which we do every month. So there might be something like that there too, that we'll try to do for her
Absolutely.
if she needs it. Yeah.
Kathy, I'll just back up what everybody said here. I go to Regis almost every day. They do have what they call, well, I was going to say a nap pod. I don't take a nap there. It's a work pod though. So you actually have a little private desk. There's never anybody else there. So I've been to 5 different Regises. They seem to be all the same for me. They're not like, I haven't seen them overpacked with people. Once in a while, somebody walk past, but I've met 2 mortgage people that I do business with and an insurance agent. And then I sold 3 homes to an investor there that I met just by hanging out in the room there. And I will agree with Kathy. They are not the cheapest. They're kind of like a window salesman. They start at this really high price when you go for rental, and then they'll bother you for the next 6 months, coming down every month on their rent just to try to get you in. So I would probably find something else, but they do provide nice space.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Mark.
And just to add to, so I'm in a market where we don't even have a Regis, but we have a lot of co-working spaces popping up. So they're just independents. And those are usually really good. And the same opportunity is there with meeting other vendors, like the other business people, buyers, sellers, all of that stuff, and building those relationships. And even real estate, ours, an ERA office just opened a small office in there. So we'll be talking to them. And lots of opportunity there. But and just to follow up with you, what you said, Kathy, with people from out of state or out of your market where you're not there to physically be there to help them, I have learned so much and lost people, and just we learn as we go here, and we all learn from each other. But the biggest thing of all is really starting to dig down and get to know these people. And I know, Kathy, you're really good at asking questions, getting to know the people. Because in the beginning, we're all good at selling houses, and it's just this whole thing was so new, but now it's all about the people and how can we help and support them. But they have to do things themselves. They have to be self-motivated, because we're losing the people that we're losing. If you look, the people that are losing are the ones that are looking for somebody to give them something. They're not willing to do the work. And all of us here, we go to these events. And what I love about the events is the like-mindedness. I come back so charged up from these events, from being around in these calls, from being on with people like you. All of us are like-minded. We're driven, we're self-motivated, and we're helping each other. And we all want to get better. And it's just better every day, right? We're going to learn from our mistakes. We're going to keep trying. And so finding people that have that mentality, those are the people we want. They always say, now all these things are making sense. We're looking for people that are looking for us. That's who these people are. And, you know, they may not need an office, so that might not be something, but they're plugging into these calls and it's overwhelming. There's so much stuff, but just, and not trying to handhold people, like I drag them, like, you know, you feel like you're dragging them along. You know, it's just, there's so much in anyways, but those are just some things I've had these after 5 years, these epiphanies, and I'm finally starting to do it. But the events are amazing. And these groups are, and just keep plugging in, getting those people to plug in. Because if they don't, it's just hard. And then they don't respond to your text, emails, and phone calls, and we're trying to help them, but we have to let them go and find the right people.
Yeah. I'll plug her into like EXP, Family Tree, and all that, and then help her move forward. But you know, it's interesting. I talked to a guy the other day that I know. I don't know exactly what state he's in back east, but we've been friends on Facebook for a couple of years, and I noticed that he was with Real, and I like the guy because I'm a dad. I had 3 sons that I raised. He's a dad with like 2 young sons, and then I texted him the other day, said, "Oh, I just noticed you're with Real. I would just want to talk to you. I'm not trying to recruit you, but do you know? I mean, you don't get to keep your downline, right? If you stop producing, because even if you get 90 years old, you still have to sell 3 homes a year to tap into your rev share, and it's not willable. And you know, you go, and then I think it's over 100,000. If you get over 100,000 a month, they don't pay you the whole amount. Like, let's say you were going to be getting 200,000 a month, they only pay you 100,000, and then they pay you a percentage of the other. It's weird. So I just said, I'm a dad. I mean, I wouldn't be doing anything if I couldn't leave it to my kids. I mean, you're investing all this time and effort, and if you can't leave that to I mean, don't you live for your sons like I do? You know, whatever. He told me he was with EXP before. He goes, I was with EXP, and I came over here. And then he just told me he's going to wait. He has some stock. He's going to cash it out in a couple of years and then probably come back to EXP. It's just interesting how things work. You know, we talked about the other brokerages. And then I have another friend back east. She owns a big brokerage there. And I talked to her, and then we were talking. She actually reached out to me and said, "Oh, I saw you move to EXP, blah, blah, blah." So we were talking. And then she said, "I used to be with EXP." And I go, "Are you kidding me?" And I go, "Why'd you leave?" And then she goes, "Well, it's this broker we have." And I said, "Oh, would you ever consider coming back? Because there's so many changes." And she said, "I would, but we have 5 years left on our franchise agreement." I'm like, "Oh, that's a long time." But I think we're really building momentum, right? I mean, even with the new rev share difference, where they took it down just needing 30 agents instead of 40, I think that's a game changer for us all, right?
I'm gonna tell you what was a big game changer. I had my securities license for 23 years, did financial planning. So when I first saw the stock, I was really intrigued with it. And it was an over-the-counter stock when I first came on board. And then when it went to NASDAQ, I was really excited to watch that stock. But when it got announced that we were in that 600 of the
S&P 600.
S&P in an index fund, and now institutions are buying our stocks.
Yeah.
And I said, holy cow, we don't even know what we don't know about where this company's going, just from the strength of the company. It's so strong. And when Glenn did his State of the Union, I broke that down into different increments of what he was talking about in there. There's that other piece, my link, my lead. I don't quite understand it. I've been trying to get someone to give me in depth, but when I watched this video, it became clear. There's another whole massive revenue stream that can happen from this. We have got things that no other company can come close to, can't catch up to. And so that great question that you just had, Matthew, where you said, just kind of tell me what happened. Tell me your story, you know, in genuine interest, because many people have left EXP because they were overwhelmed. They didn't find that they had the support, but they were also not necessarily the doers. The doers don't usually leave. They may not have had good support, but a doer figures out somebody that's going to support them and going to get some answers. That's what's so important when you're doing agent attraction. You have to pay attention to the personality. Don't just be trying to get anybody in. As Debbie knows, I've been here 6 years this month. I brought many people that I begged to come. I'm not begging anybody. I got a gift. And when your whole mindset changes that you got a gift, And you tell me what you need and I'll figure out if this is the right fit for you and you can figure it out too. But I'm a lot pickier who I want to spend my time with and my energy with. And I really want them to have more skin in the game too. I like what Will did about paying for all those things, but he was strategic. I was offering 5 platinum tickets and I was doing it, marketing it on every platform possible. And I didn't get a 1, dang it. But I still attempted to do it. Now I did it pretty last minute. I did get one person that I'm meeting with tomorrow who's not going to go, but they'll probably sign up and they're a capper. So all that energy will still be okay, but it also put up my social media rankings like crazy. It's another thing that Craig or Glenn said, he goes, if you're not doing social media marketing, very strategic social media marketing, he said, you will be lost. You need to do that. He was the number 1 in his era. I mean, he gets this. So all this AI stuff that he's bringing into the company with all these tools, and I hope all of you are using AI. I use it like a maniac. Oh, I'm going to give you a tip. God, I really hope I'm not taking over whoever's supposed to be talking because I'm just filling in space.
Kathy,
Anyway,
I'm right here, by the way. I'm just listening.
Are you this? Oh my God, I didn't know.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
good.
So Kathy,
I'll take over
but finish
whenever
your
you guys
thought and
want.
then we'll jump into it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you one tip that you need to do. Everybody needs to do with AI. It's the biggest thing ever. So you know how you got to teach, you got to prep your AI to know who you are and what they're supposed to give you a thing about. So you want to tell it that it is a copywriter of incredible magnitude. I forget how you'd phrase that, but anyway, and say, I want you to ask me a minimum of 20 questions about me, my business, my goals, who I'm trying to attract, everything about it, and start asking me the questions so that I can give you the feedback. So all of a sudden it spits out 20 questions about everything that it wanted. I actually printed them out so that I could respond to them because as I would respond, it would get more questions. The questions were massive. And at one point I said to it, it asked me something about EXP. I said, wait a minute. I said, I'm pretty sure you know everything there is to know about EXP. You tell me about EXP, which it did, which was great. And I said, now tell me about the rev share plan. It did. I said, okay, it's just been updated. Here's the updated information, which I gave it. And so the reason I was doing this is because I'm doing agent attraction, right? I have a very specific target market agent of who I'm looking for, and they got hustle, they got grit. And so that's what I had him design all my social media toward this agent. And it also broke it down. I said, here's my platforms. Tell me on each platform, what's the style I should do best? And every single one was video, 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 but each one had a different draw or style for those different platforms. And you can do the exact same thing. And think about this. Now I pay for the ChatGPT 4, which is $20 a month, nothing, but think about that. I probably spent 2 hours just importing and answering questions. Every one of you can do the same thing. And I tell you, it'll elevate your stuff like crazy. Now shut up.
I love your energy, Kathy.
You're doing great with all that. The one thing I just wanted to add in there too is, and you guys may have talked about this, I know this happened a couple of weeks ago, but I just found a bunch of people that still haven't seen that. And Kathy, you referred to a lot of things out of it. But the State of the Union, Brent did that thing, the State of the Union on June 30th, I believe it was. That's the link. If you have not watched this, I strongly encourage every single one of you to take the 40 minutes to watch this. It's a plug for Build at the end, but the content there is so good, and you can share that with possible recruits as well, because it's great information. And that, I guess we'll turn it over to the interview.
All right, so we are interviewing Ray Reyes, myself, Will, and
Veronica.
my wife, Veronica. We're here from Boston, and Ray's from Boston also. So a little bit about Ray. Ray Reyes, known as Buy with Ray. He's a father, he's a husband, he's an investor, he's a social media influencer. I was looking at my notes, talking to Ray. I think it's been less than a year, but I think we're coming up on a year that he's been here with us at EXP. But he's such a great guy. He's it's fun to watch him on social media. He's got such a personality, but you're going to be able to meet a little bit about him. I just wanted to give you a glimpse of who he is, and we'll start with some Q&As and just go back and forth and keep it comfortable. If anybody has any questions, feel free to pop in there. But let's start with you, Ray. Tell us a little bit about a little background, like quick minute or so about you, and then we'll jump into the questions.
Absolutely. Well, I have fun basically just getting to know everyone on here and a little bit about you guys. First of all, thank you for having me. This is absolutely amazing. I've been a real estate agent now for 8 years, with EXP for 6 months. I love real estate. I always love sales. I love dealing with people. I'm a people guy, customer service guy. I have 3 beautiful daughters and a lovely wife. I live in Massachusetts, here in Attleboro now. I used to live in Boston. And I am building my business through social media. I've been on social media ever since I was in a musical band. I don't know if you know this, Will, but I used to be in a musical band way back when. And then all those skills that I put together through MySpace and then Facebook, when Facebook came about, I turned it into Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I kind of mixed it all into business. And it's been really, really good for me. So yeah, I mean, I've been with EXP for 6 months so far. I got 5 recruits, 100% capped, and I got 1 person going to the event. So I'm feeling really, really good about everything. So yeah.
So do you want to ask him the first question?
Yeah, so and we're so excited because Ray is one of those people here who you say something and he's like, you jump and he's like, how high? Like he's on it. Like when we told him about, hey, you should think about bringing an agent, he's like, well, I'm having surgery that week. I'm not going to be able to make it, but I'm all in. I'm all in, whatever it costs. I'm making the investment. So he reached out to a really strong agent and got her to come out. We're going to be hanging out with her, and I'm sure she'll be probably joining him.
She's already calling us team.
She's calling us team. So he's got this great energy that he's going to get really, really far with that. So before you joined EXP, were you part of a team or were you a solo agent?
I was part of a small brokerage, about 6 people. I was one of the top basically leaders in the group because of the amount of leads I brought into the group. And then being huge on social media, it's one thing to kind of like talk to people over the phone, but when they see you on social media, it's like, I'm seeing a superstar. And that's kind of like the feeling I always get with people. They're like, oh, I just met Buy with Ray. You know me. So it's funny, the reaction I always got when I was in this small group. Now using it on this huge platform, EXP, I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know. Like you said, like how high can I jump? I really don't know how high. I'm just gonna keep going up in the rocket ship, baby. That's it. So yeah, it's a small group, was there for about 5 years. Loved everything about that brokerage. I have nothing against it. It was everybody supported me. I didn't know much about real estate at the time. Was selling, 3 to 4 homes a year when I was with them. Now I'm over 12 transactions, a little bit more with EXP. And yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it there. Can't batch them. So yeah.
It was funny because I remember the day that I called you. I remember I was driving home from somewhere, and it was one of these calls, this agent attraction call, that people were talking about social media influencers to reach out to these people, aside from like luxury niches, right? Niches. And I saw your Instagram video and I'm like, this guy is good. I don't know how we're connected, but he's good on social media. And I picked up the phone and called you, right? And I said, it's real estate is just, transactional, right? Let's talk about something bigger than that. And it's called this agent attraction piece, right? So it's exciting to see like where you are right now, and you're just getting started. So why did you, like, let everybody know, why did you decide to join EXP?
So just so everyone knows, it did take me about a year to jump. It did take me a long time. I'm a very, very loyal guy. I'm very loyal to my barber. As you can see, the beard is always on point. Has to be. But I'm loyal to the things that I think are important. So with that brokerage, it took me a long time to jump over. And I think what made me jump was just the persistence and the amount of like the friendliness and the culture that you guys had on these events. I went to a few events and I'm like, wow, these people are very connected, you know, and I love the fact that you guys were always, everyone knew each other. And that was like the one thing for me. I was like, you know what? I'm a solo agent. I'm very independent in my business, but having more people help me out with my business would be great. So here I am. We done how many events? Will, like 5? The last event. One of our events was at the MGM Casino. That was my last event where I spoke about AI, social media marketing, how to use the tools that we have today, and how to how to use these things like Kathy was saying. She has ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a strong machine. For people that don't know ChatGPT, I wrote a listing. Actually, I wrote the idea of a listing and ChatGPT just spit out the whole thing for me. I think ChatGPT even sold a house. I don't know. But it was that good. It's that good. It described it exactly how I pictured it in my mind, and I just kind of tweaked it a little bit, and that was it. Then after that, I took that information into another AI, and then it spit out all the flyers for me. I'm like, oh my God, this is way too easy. So yeah, because of the events, I feel like I'm part of this EXP culture now, and I think I could give more to the crowd. I feel like any agent that's looking to come over and kind of learn, I feel like I can be a great value to them because they're starting just exactly where I was. I don't know if you've been here for 5, 10 years, 15, 20, it doesn't even matter because social media is so new right now. If you learn now, trust me, AI is not something that's going to take your business or your job. AI is something that you need to learn to use it. It's not going to take anyone's job. I keep seeing these things on Instagram. Oh, AI is taking everybody's job. No, it's not. Learn AI and you will be successful. Trust me. But just learn it right now before it gets really crazy because it's going to get crazy in 2024. So.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And I want to start doing what Kathy did, like right off the bat, like just asking questions, and see what happens. So Ray, we know you just started with your agent attraction. Tell us a little bit of how many people you have. Who are these people? Are they local? Are they out of state? Who are they? And how many people?
So I have right now about 5 to 6 people, working on 2 more people. They are locals. Some of them are in Massachusetts, but they're in a further city than I am here. But the reason I'm doing that is because I want to expand my business as well. So with EXP Workplace, I'm able to do deals all over the state. And I'm closing deals like 2 hours from home, and I'm not even at those deals, right? So these people that I'm working with, I'm teaching them my ways. I'm teaching them how to do the social media stuff, and I'm mentoring them as we go. So it's gonna be I don't have big players. I have people that just got their licenses. So I'm working on getting them to basically where I was at a couple of years ago, and then here I am now. So
Madeline is a big player, right? So
yes,
let's talk about how are you connecting with these agents, the bigger players now?
So good question, because that's exactly what I wanted to actually talk about. So and this is a good tip for everyone in here too. If you guys are looking to like get into someone's head in a way, right? There is the events, there is the EXP model videos that we have tons of them on YouTube, but this one thing is working for me right now, and this is the key. So you get leads on however you get your leads. Try giving these leads over to the person you want to work with or the person you want to bring over and get yourself 25%. So I've been working with Madeline for the past 5 months. She's been amazing. She works in a whole nother state. And I've been making a lot of money with her, and I'm not even the one showing the properties. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the leads, which I get from social media. I send her over the info. She pre-approves them, gets them in the door, gets these accepted offers. And here I am at the house recording more videos and doing what I do best. So now she's interested in EXP. And you know, she's my big player right there. She closes a lot of deals. She's in Rhode Island. She closes probably like 4 to 5 deals a month. And she's looking to grow. So I think she is in the wrong place right now. She doesn't know that. And I definitely want to put her here where she belongs. And yeah, Madeline's gonna be good. I mean, like you said, she's already calling us team. I love that. She said, "What's up, team?" So it's amazing that she already feels like she's part of the culture. So yeah.
It's hard to wrap your mind around, like, this is what we do for agents, right? Is sell property. And then you become a part of EXP, something bigger. You have the option of doing less deals and more attraction, more passive income. And one of the, I don't remember who it was, if it was John or AJ, they said, or Brent maybe, said, some of you guys need to sell less homes. And that's the approach that you're taking. Just yesterday, I gave it a listing referral out to somebody that I've been attracting for, I don't know, over a year now. Julian, right?
Yeah.
We're on the car ride, and it's my second referral to him. It's not working out yet, but he's already he's noticing the collaboration here. It's like, wow, these guys are willing to give out referral listings, right? So that's great. How else are you attracting agents or connecting with them?
So the way I connected with all these 5 agents that I recruited, they were all through social media. So they've been looking at my videos, they've been looking at the things I'm posting about EXP, the revenue share of the 80-20 and then 100% commission after the 16,000 cap, healthcare. Some people actually don't care just about commission, they care about healthcare. And actually there's an agent that keeps asking questions about it. So I might have to research more about the healthcare benefits. So it's just a lot of that is just being on top of mind and producing videos that people kind of find some purpose to, like, oh, I think I can join them because X, Y, and Z. So not just about the money. Sometimes it may be something else that triggers the mind. So I just keep posting. And I think that's another way for me to recruit people. I have right now 3 people that are getting their licenses. They're taking exams to get their license in Massachusetts. And I met these people on Instagram. So currently I'm just showing them how I studied, what videos I watched on YouTube, and it's just plug and play. Okay, this is what I did. Here's what you should do. You know what I mean? And then that's it.
So with the healthcare, what we did with someone is we jumped on with Clearwater, a rep from there, and we did a 3-way Zoom, right? So that you might want to take that approach, third-party validation also, right? With the videos, the content that you're getting, where are you getting the content, and are you using ChatGPT to help you with that content?
So the content, rephrase that again. Where am I getting the content?
So you're doing a lot of content for EXP, healthcare, all these different things. Where are you pulling that information so you could do the content? So
the content itself, it depends what's relevant. I usually look at the EXP Instagram, so that they post a lot in there. So you may want to jump in there every now and then. They post relevant information. So if I see something that's catchy, I'll just go ahead and do a video, especially if it's already framed as a meme or just words. You can take that and make that a video, right? Just whatever they said. This is why people are joining EXP. A, B, C, D, and then you create a video. Hey guys, this is why you should join EXP. Boom, number 1, boom, number 2. Put a song behind it, and there's your video. So that's kind of like how I do it. I just research a little bit. With the healthcare, I think I went on the Enterprise app and I found some things about it. I just had to show the other agent. I couldn't show him the portal. I just showed him the info, the screenshot, and sent it over. So.
Got it. Very good. Cool. Somebody's raising their hand. Matt has a question.
No, it's not a question, but I think I can't remember the exact email, but anybody, you don't have to be an agent with EXP, but if you go, I think the email to Google is EXP agent healthcare something.com. You don't have to be an agent, and they'll give you a quote. You can get a quote even when you're not an agent with EXP. So I'm sorry, I can't remember the exact email, but they will give you a free quote even if you're not with EXP.
Got it.
Just so you know.
Kurt
Thank
has
you.
his hand up.
Yeah, Kathy, wait, I'm up. You're next. So Ray, I have a question. Do you have any ad spend behind your social media?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Do you have any ad spend behind your social media?
I not at the moment. That's a really good question. But when I started a year ago, I had about 4,000 followers. Right now, today, I have about 13,000 followers. So what I have done in the beginning, yes, I did a lot of boosting. Just like we do with KV Core, you boost someone's listing to get leads. On Instagram, you can spend about $10 to $30 per post, depending on what you want to promote. I think you have to be very strategic on what you want people to see. So if you have a video that you think it's going to be very good, people are going to enjoy watching it. You see it as an advertisement, you boost it, give it 6 days and see what happens. So it'll get you people too. It'll get you followers, which is what you want. And then what you do is when you get a follower, let me ask you, what do you do when you get a follower?
You follow up.
And then what?
And you keep following up and keep nurturing.
There you go. Yeah. So you follow up, you comment on one of their photos, you like 3 of their photos, and then you send them a message. Hey, thank you so much for following my page. I'm glad that you're following me. I'm going to follow you back. If you have any real estate questions, let me know. And then try to do that again the week afterwards, right? So, because they're following you for a reason. Trust me, if you're posting real estate stuff, they're following you because you're a real estate agent. So, yeah.
Kathy,
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So about the health insurance, if you do that where you go get a quote and they're not an EXP agent, they're going to be quoted a price as a non-EXP agent. Because EXP has negotiated and I think even invested in Clearwater so that we get better rates than the non-EXP agent. That's why they come to EXP for the health insurance with Clearwater. I love the idea of the 3-way Zoom. That was brilliant to do that, and I will do that in the future. But I think it's an incredible marketing ploy as far as agent attraction. So I put out posts all over within the EXP asking who's saved money by going with Clearwater. And one of the owners of our team said, we have $1,000 a month. And he goes, the service is all concierge. It's incredible. So I did a video and I put that on LinkedIn and I had my VA chop it up in different sections so that I could have it on different content out there. But I didn't think about boosting that. I freaking love that, Ray. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's an important thing to know, that there's a difference in the price point. They can absolutely get a price as a non-EXP. And I don't know if they're allowed to tell you what it would be if they were with EXP. That's a good question, and I'm going to remember to ask that.
Awesome. Thank you
yeah,
so much.
I think they were pretty open on giving that quote. It was about a year ago, so I don't remember. But yeah, they were pretty open about everything. So any tips, Ray, that you could share with it? This is meant for, just sharing best practices and anything that you've learned, any mistakes you've made that you're working through now, or can you share anything with everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. There was one question that I'm gonna answer that one I just saw from Darren. He said, how do you get out of state leads? So leads out of state. So I actually so when I get a lead, depending on where the lead wants to go, so usually it starts here in Massachusetts, and then maybe they want to move to Miami, maybe they want to move to Rhode Island, which is like, Rhode Island is like the state right next door to us. If the lead wants to work with someone in that state, because I'm not licensed in that state, then I'll go on Workplace and then I'll refer someone. And I'm not sure if that's going to answer your question, but the lead usually starts here in Massachusetts. Maybe the prices are not for them, so they want to go elsewhere. They're just selling their home and just going somewhere else, Darren. So I'm not sure if that answers your question. So in terms of, so you want me to just an advice on social media or advice on how to, what was the question again?
Yeah, just to share best practices. Like for instance, the person that we have coming here, Manny, he's coming to build with us. He sells 30 homes a year. I've given him 2 buyer referrals, just like you have, right? So you're building that relationship up. Anything else that you could share that is going to help the group on either, maybe it's once you connect with somebody, that's the strategy you use with somebody online on social media. You comment on their page, you like it, and then you follow up anything strategic that you could share with us that we could implement in social media or just in communication, anything.
So I would say right after you have, so this is what I do with my teammates. So I try to have a phone call weekly with them, because like now they have me on Instagram, now they follow me all the time. So the connection has been made, right? So now they're here. Definitely follow up, teach them what you know. At least if you are great at social media, you do that. If you're great at door knocking, you do that. If you're great at listing or buyer agent, you show them everything that you already do, right? And I think I have a few things that I already show my guys on a monthly basis. They just have to do it. Like Kathy said, you can teach people, but they just have to really execute it, and just follow up with them. Keep on figuring out what is it that they want to do. Maybe they're still working another job and they're still not detached from that job. So you have to kind of play both parts, right? They have a 9 to 5, but they don't want to jump over to real estate. I have 3 agents like that right now. So I have to work with their schedule, and I have to kind of get them into coming out with me and doing open houses and showing, so they can see how it works. So best advice is just to keep talking to them and keep showing them what you know. There's a lot of videos out there to keep building, like this video right here, the whole training session. Send them videos and see, pick their brains, pick their brains. So
I love that. We were having dinner yesterday with a couple that they're a team at Century 21, and you hit it, right? It's like find out what they need in their business and then help them somehow, some way. Be there, because a lot of the times their brokers are not doing it, right? Half of the dinner yesterday was them complaining about their broker, right? Not supporting them. So I love that.
And Kathy has a question. What is your time management and strategy? How are you keeping track of these people? KV Core? Is it KV Core that you're keeping them?
So KV Core, I'm using my reminders on my phone. So I'm using an app that's like right there. I have my iWatch, so, and the phone, they're connected to each other. So I have that on there. KV Core I use mostly for my customers or clients. Yeah, so weekly I have usually on Fridays calls with, just in the morning, just to see what they're doing, just following up. Hey, how's it going? You have anything going on the weekend? I have something going on. Do you want to go with me? You want to check this out? And it all depends on their schedule. Some of them are super busy, so I can't, you can't convince everyone to go out with you. So yeah.
Matt said, do you go by Ray or by L Ray?
Ray.
Ray.
And Ray the king.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
fun.
that one, Ray the king.
Does anybody have any other questions? I think we got a lot of good things to work on, including some of the stuff that we're going to be working on right now is AI. Ray did an awesome lunch and learn around social media and AI. Kathy just elevated that thought in my mind, so we're going to be diving in. But yeah, I think if nobody has any other questions, feel free, Ray, if you want to type in your handle over here for Instagram, social media, so you guys could take a look at his page and maybe copy and paste what he's doing, because it's working. I see him referring out a lot of leads out there in different states, and we love that idea, is generating more business outside of Massachusetts. That way it really becomes passive, because right now the way we're building it, we have 64. They're all most of them are in Massachusetts, and it feels like a team, which is not a bad thing, but at the same time we'd like to expand even further. So that's a great way to do it. So cool.
And Kathy has a question.
So actually, I've just got a tip. So I listened to Brent when he said, consider stepping out of production. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done. So anyway, I decided, well, this will force me to be 100% committed to the agent attraction, because I'll run out of money if I don't do it. So I'm on a mission. So I burned my ships, but I have been teaching for probably the past year about everybody in my sphere and on my social media, that I have the resources to get the best agents anywhere in the country for them. So you may have friends and family who know a million agents, but are they quality agents? I can get them for you. Think of me to track that agent down. I will get paid for it, because that's my piece. I said, but I have gotten more outgoing referrals which keeps me also a capper for the people who sponsored me, but it also brings in money that it's unexpected. And you'd be surprised when you start training your sphere that you can do that. You just widen your whole hemisphere to way beyond the United States. And you keep that up in your social media as well to let people know, because it's good. I think I did 4 million last year in just outgoing referrals.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Well,
Cool. Well, Ray,
excited-
thank you so
excited to
much.
see some faces next week.
Yeah, I know. We're looking forward to it. Ray,
Mhm.
thank you for your time. Thank you for everybody popping on. And if you haven't done it already, follow Ray. He
Bye
needs
with
to,
Ray.
he needs more followers.
Bye with Ray on Instagram. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Happy
Ray.
Thursday, guys.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Thank you.